This video went viral because it hit the emotional heartstrings of people everywhere seeing this woman cry. The caption reads, "Being a single mum is making your own birthday cake on your birthday so that your babies can feel happy they are singing to you." Damn, when I saw that, it hit me. That instinct as a parent to protect your children from knowing about your own pain, to hide your own suffering for the sake of your child. I had a big emotional reaction watching this because, I resonate with that heroic desire as a parent to not want to burden your children with your own emotional issues, to just, push through. So yeah, this video got me, and it got millions of others too. The outpouring of sympathy for this woman was massive. But wait, because there's more to this story.
What are you crying for? You don't start crying when you turn the camera on?
We put out this video yesterday to highlight this woman being an attention-seeking whore. She's crying, she immediately grabs a camera and films herself. We copped a bit of backlash in the comments, a few paragraphs I'm not going to read. Distasteful, how could you? Disgusting, you've never been a single mother before. I get it. But not all single mothers are good mothers. Her ex-husband has come out and responded to the video. The ex-husband basically said this woman is a psycho and cannot be trusted. This poor guy shows that she's not even allowed to have custody of her children, so she's baking a very salty cake with all the tears going inside for no one. Apparently she owes 20,000 plus in child support. It's also been established she faked cancer, been divorced multiple times, has 3 kids she doesn't talk about, and is an absolute scammer. Who would have thought? Since the ex-husband put out the response, she's deleted her TikTok, she's nowhere to be found, probably onto the next town to bake more cakes and cry. This should set a precedent that whoever films themselves crying on camera for sympathy should not be allowed anywhere near children.
Well, shit. I felt like an idiot. I fell for this. And I don't know the truth of the situation. There's obviously heaps of history in this relationship. I have no interest in getting into it. But I took this as a wake-up call. 1, to always wait for context, and 2, to be suspicious of my own emotional response. Because the truth is that men are weak in the face of women's suffering. We have powerful, strong instincts inside us that tell us to protect women, to save them, to rescue them. But I've probably done like 1,000 private consultations with you guys. I've heard so many stories, and I know now how that feeling, that instinct of wanting to protect women is often the very thing that gets a man in trouble, because abusive, exploitative, toxic women, they know how to manipulate it. I'm not saying don't ever try and protect women. Don't ever get emotional. Don't keep your heart open to the suffering of women. What I am saying is that you need to be good at discerning which women genuinely need help because they're a victim of unfortunate circumstances, and which women need help because they are toxic and they create chaos in their life. She makes bad decisions and then blames everyone else and expects you to rescue her. She publicly displays her distress in order to entice men to come to the rescue. Some women you should help, yes. Some women you should not. Have you noticed that men and women have completely different strategies for how to entice people to come and help them, to contribute their energy to their cause? For a man, if he wants to be a leader of men, he needs to be strong. That's what motivates people to come and help him. Think of like the Viking warlord whose fame grows because he wins this battle, he sacks this city. Thousands of warriors rushed to his aid. They wanted to join him because they're following his strength. For women, it's the opposite. If she wants people to rush to help her, to join her, then she needs to display weakness. I'm struggling, I'm suffering, I'm in danger, I'm weak, I'm a damsel in distress, I'm a princess locked in a tower, I need someone to come and rescue me, I need a white knight. People hear that message from a woman and they come running. If men gave that message like, oh, I'm a poor weak man, I need to be rescued, the response is going to be silence. There is a very good reason why men don't publicly display their weakness. It's because nobody would care.
Be honest, who do you call when you are at your lowest? Who is that one person?
Nobody. I'm a man. No one cares.
Not a single soul. Nobody.
No one. Because I'm all alone.
I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that I don't call anyone.
Nobody. I'm a guy. Nobody gives a shit.
Speaking for the guys when I say this, literally no one.
Y'all call someone?
Nobody. Just nobody. Got no one to talk to, so nobody. Who cares? Nobody.
No one. I'm a man. No one cares.
No one. Not a single fucking person.
I wouldn't call anyone. I wouldn't turn to a single person on this earth because they don't care. They will just find a way to use it against me one day.
We can call somebody? I just thought nobody gave a fuck because I was a man.
So what? Are you saying that men can't struggle, men can't suffer and expect help? I mean, basically, that's it. People don't want to see men struggle. They have no stomach for it. If a woman is suffering, we look towards it. We are attracted to it. If a man is struggling, we lower our gaze. We don't want to see it. We turn away. There are a few exceptions to this. One of them is if you become a huge success. In that case, people will happily hear about the struggles that you faced early on in life, because hearing about the challenges that you overcame just demonstrates how much more glorious your ascent has been. So really, in that case, it's not about actually acknowledging or caring about your struggle. It's more to just add color to your story of glory. But if you want to have those kind of deep conversations, get a little bit vulnerable, you need to pick your male friends carefully, because not every guy is going to be keen to have that sort of depth. It's one of the reasons why I created the Hero Circle, the men's discussion groups that I run, because I wanted to provide a place for men to support each other. If that sounds good to you, you want to join, click down below, there's a link. And another exception can be your mother. Hopefully she'll be there for you. I mean, fingers crossed you have a good mum. And also hopefully your wife, but with this one, there's definitely no guarantee. You want support from your partner, you want her to care about your struggles, about your suffering, well then you can't just marry any random woman off the street, because most women do not care about a man's struggles. They don't want to hear it. They are disgusted by any display of weakness from a man. And if you try and show her that you're suffering, rather than receiving support and encouragement, she's likely to punish you.
If a guy is weak, we could smell it on you from a mile away. And if you're going to be a weak man, we will dominate you, not intentionally, but in just like, this man's not doing anything, he's not leading me, like I have to step up and wear the pants. And that is the worst dynamic for relationships. It just creates so many issues. It creates a lot of resentment.
In one of my hero circles, we've actually been having a lot of discussions recently about how your wife or girlfriend treats you when you're sick and what that reveals. Frankly, it was a pretty sobering and depressing discussion, hearing from so many guys who say that when they get ill, rather than being nurtured and cared for, their girlfriends get angry with them. He's wanting sympathy and compassion, but instead she's annoyed at him. It is truly disgusting how little compassion some women have for the man that they supposedly love when his health is failing.
But how old is your daughter?
She's 9 months.
So where's her father? What's going on with you guys?
He's in the hospital, so he's very ill, so I'm looking for like a stepfather.
Wait, so you broke up with him while he's in the hospital?
No, I didn't break up with him.
Were y'all not together when he went to the hospital?
Yeah, we're still together.
Wait, okay.
I'm looking for like, just in case.
Just in case if he passes away?
Right.
Absolutely disgusting. If you want support from your future wife, you need to make sure that you marry a high quality woman, someone who's going to be loyal, who's pair bonded to you, somebody who you can count on for support.
I'm broke.
I don't care. Look at me. I don't care what the fuck we have to go through. I'm gonna go through it with you. We're gonna go through it together. Listen. If you gotta stay with me and find a job, we're gonna sit all night going through applications together. I will not let you fall. You understand me? I am never going to let you fall. I'm always going to have your back. I'm always going to make sure you have it.
That clip gets me. I think what I find so captivating about it is how rare her behavior, at least in the online world. We just get so used to seeing women ready to bail on their man the moment that he gets sick, the moment that he loses his job or he gets depressed. But a high quality woman does not punish her man for stumbling. She thinks, what can I do to help him get back up? But sadly, that is rare, and it's indicative of the double standards that exist for men and women.
I have never seen a woman make a broke man rich, but I've seen plenty of men make broke women rich. Do you think that we have a problem in society? We definitely do. We got many of them. But why is it that, like, a woman will never stay with a broke man, But a broke man has no problem, like, providing and building up a broke woman.
To say that as a culture we are sympathetic to female weakness and struggle actually doesn't go far enough. The truth is a lot darker. Because let me ask you this. When a woman is suffering, who do we blame? Do we blame her as an individual woman? Or do we blame women collectively? No, we blame men. It's men's fault. Why is she lonely and single? Oh, it's men's fault. It's not her fault for never exercising, eating poorly, being overweight. No, it's men's fault. Men are shallow and superficial. They can't look past all of that and see what a glorious personality she has. Or she's a single mother, and whose fault is that? Is it her fault for choosing to have unprotected sex with an unreliable man? No, it's the man's fault. He should step up and turn that one-night stand into a full lifelong commitment and be a dad. It's like we as a society are allergic to female accountability, and we just love to heap more and more blame on men.
What are women exclusively held accountable for?
Oh, I'm not exclusively held accountable for just women? I'm not sure. I can't think of anything.
Can you think of any problems in society that aren't blamed on men?
That's a good question. I really have no answer for that. I think we're not really held accountable for anything, and everything gets blamed on men.
I know that we've sort of become like numb to this, but can we just stop for a second and appreciate truly how fucked up this is? Imagine if the roles were reversed and every single problem that a man encountered in his life, society encouraged blaming women for it. Can't get a job? Women's fault. No one wants to date him? Women's fault. Imagine if every single one of his mistakes, every one of his failures was blamed on women. It would be fucking absurd. In our culture at the moment, if a man fails, it's his fault. Any expectation of sympathy from him is laughed at, is ridiculed. Men should not have to live like this. They deserve so much better. You cannot change society, but you can change your individual circumstances. If you are surrounded by people who do not care about you, who you know that you cannot count on for support, replace them. I don't care if they're your family, they're your friends, it's your girlfriend. If they don't care about you, they don't care about your struggles and your suffering, get rid of them. Cut them out of your life. Find better people. Find new friends that do care about you. That's what you deserve. And also, please start holding women to higher standards. If we all collectively keep tolerating this, then it's never going to change. If you see a woman who's struggling, I know that there's a part of your psyche that feels compelled to play the white knight, to just ride in and rescue her. But do not let your emotions or your ego cloud your judgment. First, you need to ask yourself the questions, does she deserve my help? Has she earned it? Because trust me, there is a never-ending supply of women who absolutely do not deserve your sympathy, but are very well learned at how to exploit that male weakness to get more resources and more energy flowing towards them. Men don't understand this. They don't see this coming because for them, they would never intentionally want to appear weak. That would be a source of shame for them, but women are not wired that way. Like we saw with that cake lady, a lot of women will publicly advertise their distress and their suffering. You need to be vigilant when you see displays like that. A lot of women will lean into their distress because they want you to help them. But as we saw, everything is not always as it appears, so you need to be smart. I'm going to kick it over to Christine now because I'm very curious to hear what is her feminine perspective on all of this.
Hey, it's Christine Grace, and if you'd like to hear my reaction to this video, come over and sign up to Alexander's Patreon. If you'd like to hear my female perspective to this topic, you can find it over on Alexander's Patreon.